All right, what's up, my brothers? This one will be for the sisters too, but more specifically for anybody that grew up in a single mother household. If you didn't have a dad around your house, this video is for you. I want you to pay very close attention to it. I've done consults now for almost 10 years with guys. Many of them are very high net worth, and we've had some very detailed conversations over several months with the coachings. One of the things that I've noticed is that a lot of men, and I don't deal with that many women, although from time to time they do book me, but a lot of men have come from a single mother household, and it's not a good scene. They're essentially beta male factories. If I can be completely honest and direct with you, it's not ideal. What usually ends up happening is these moms create an environment where their sons become almost like sons/husbands/boyfriends to them. They turn them into these nice guys, these agreeable sort of dudes that are what they sort of can control, and in some case get what they want from them. And quite often, one of the narratives that I've heard time and time again, and guys, I want you to think about this, really sit on this for a bit. Don't get offended or click away. But what usually ends up happening is they hear some version of, your father was a loser, he was a bad man for insert reason. It could be any number of things. He was violent, he was into drugs, he was alcoholic, he was a drug dealer, he was a pimp, he was a criminal, he was whatever. And they might be right. They might actually be telling you the absolute truth. But there have been a number of circumstances where I've had conversations with guys where they're like, you know what, I looked him up after the fact, and I talked to my old man, and his version of the story is very different from my mom's version of the story. They're two very, very different stories. It's, you know, it's like a choose your own adventure. You know, she tells a story that takes him down this vector, and dad tells him what happened from his perspective, and it takes him down a completely different vector. This video doesn't need to be long, but what it needs to overtly and very clearly state to you guys is, take what your mom says with a grain of salt. If you've got a father who's alive that just isn't in contact, he might want to be in contact. He might have want to been a part of your life. She may have pushed him out of the household. She, at the end of the day, chose to lay with him. You know, she did at the end of the day choose to lay with him and have unprotected sex and get pregnant and to have this child and to raise it herself. So there's a degree of ownership that has to be taken from the mom's side of the equation, from her perspective, that I don't know happens as often as it should. But you as an individual, as an adult man or woman, should ask yourself the question, you know, are these stories, is what I heard about dad or my father or this biological sperm donor or whatever he happens to be, whatever version of the story you're hearing, are they true? Go out and find for yourself. I'm sure some of you have already done that. Leave a comment below. What's your experience been? We'll see you guys later. Peace out.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.